think you're seeing a lot of job openings? You're not imagining things. I'm Jay Olstead. We'll have the details coming up.
Plus, a Duluth man saved.
I'm okay when I live here anymore.
An officer's body camera shows what coaxed him off the ledge.
And a Twin Cities teenager survives a heart and kidney transplant, only to learn her battle isn't over.
They're just really tough on me and everybody else.
Tonight, her hope in this time of crisis. Thanks for joining us. Minnesota has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country.
And Minnesota businesses are suddenly finding themselves scrambling to hire employees. This week, UPS and FedEx both announced plans to hire for the holidays. And United Healthcare says it will add 1,700 new jobs. Jay Olstead joins us live with more. Jay?
Yeah, Julie and Randy, the Twin Cities, along with the rest of the state, is experiencing a major increase in job openings. And there's two reasons for that, according to experts. One is the economy is performing much better than it has in just the last few years. The next reason, baby boomers are retiring.
No matter where you're looking, there are jobs available. And a lot of them.
We're definitely seeing a buildup of open positions in Minnesota.
Orion Cassell is with the State Department of Employment and Economic Development. She says in the second quarter of 2015, there were nearly 100,000 openings in the state, up 15% from a year ago.
It's the second highest number of vacancies we have on record, and you have to go back all the way to 2001 to find a higher number.
She and the rest of us have been seeing a lot of openings at fast food restaurants for the last several months.
I think what's going on is that employers, especially at the very low end, are having a very hard time finding workers right now.
Going door to door knocking, that's how desperate I was to find a job.
Even though 18-year-old Michaela Hudson finally found a cleaning job, it wasn't easy.
I applied for a job numerous times and had 3 interviews for the same place, and I still haven't been called back.
She's hopeful the amount of job openings will help lower, according to the state, the nearly 16% unemployment rate among African Americans in Minnesota. But she's skeptical.
We've got probably over 1,400 jobs that we're looking to fill.
Meantime, over at UPS, the company is hiring for both temporary and permanent jobs, luring workers with up to $1,500 in bonuses.
So for our permanent part-time employees, right now, but only through the end of the year, we're offering a retention bonus.
Yeah, and UPS says that bonus would be up to $1,500, but you have to be an employee for 6 months. Meantime, because other states' unemployment rates are still dropping, not every state is experiencing what Minnesota is, but experts tell me they will be. Guys.
All right. Thank you, Jay. A proposal that aims to bring better working conditions for Minneapolis employees is undergoing some changes. In the original draft, the Working Families Agenda requires businesses to offer paid sick time and prepare schedules 28 days in advance or pay their employees for last-minute changes. Well, today, Mayor Betsy Hodges said she supports a shorter window of 14 days advance notice for scheduling. She also supports establishing standards that provide adequate rest between shifts and a phased-in implementation for smaller businesses. The city plans to gather feedback on the proposal through October 16th.
A Richfield police officer is on paid administrative leave tonight while his department investigates a video that appears to show him hitting a 19-year-old. Kamal Gelli tells KARE 11 the officer in the video had given him a reckless driving ticket minutes earlier. He says he was on the phone with his brother when the officer told him to leave the park and then hit him. Today, Gelli, along with a Somali civil rights leader, met with the Richfield police chief to talk about the video.
And the fact the officer involved is on suspension right now gives us the genuine and the seriousness of the police department.
Personally, I think that police officer should get fired because I don't think he could control his anger. And if he slapped me without me doing anything, imagine if somebody would have cussed at him.
Police declined to answer any questions about the video or the investigation, but said in a statement they will conduct a thorough investigation. New now at 10, video of a Duluth police officer's quick-thinking rescue. You can see an officer approach a man sitting on a ledge of a parking garage last month. The man told the officer he wanted to die, then asked for a cigarette. The video shows the officer retrieving a cigarette from his cruiser. Then when he hands it to the man, he quickly pulls him off the ledge to safety.
Tonight, a rare look at a daring rescue near the iconic Split Rock Lighthouse. The Minnesota Aerial Rescue Team was dispatched to a remote hiking area near the lighthouse. There, a 62-year-old woman fell and dislocated her hip. The rescuers, already on the scene, were not able to carry her out, so the air team lifted her out to a nearby ambulance. Authorities say the woman will make a full recovery. The State Patrol says it receives about 20 calls per year for rescues just like this. The search for a missing Wright County man expanded again today. The family of Joe Brunn hired a helicopter to search for him, this time closer to Monticello, where he lives. The 23-year-old vanished after his sister's wedding reception at the Holiday Inn in Otsego last weekend. The family is offering a $10,000 reward in the case. The search continues at 10 tomorrow morning.
The North Minneapolis community came together tonight to remember 3 children who were killed in a house fire. A small group of neighbors held a vigil for the siblings at Hosley Church. 6-year-old Latorius, 5-year-old Latora, and 1-year-old Latoriana died last weekend. Their mother lost everything in that fire, so neighbors are vowing to help her.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to have my child go before me. So I think my heart grieves.
The Stewart family was not at tonight's vigil. Instead, they will hold a candlelight vigil for Latoriana tomorrow, who would have been celebrating her 2nd birthday.
A Twin Cities girl who's already endured several organ transplants has a new battle to fight tonight. Vivica Lloyd's kidney is failing, but even in her toughest days, she's finding strength by giving back to other kids in need. Adrienne Broaddus brings us her story. It's all new at 10.
Most children are born in hospitals, but they shouldn't celebrate their birthdays here.
Too many to count.
Before Vivica Lloyd celebrated her 8th birthday, she had 3 heart surgeries. Since birth, her days have been numbered due to a rare kidney and heart disease.
On my right hand, I have 4 fingers.
She had 6 holes in her heart, half of a heart. She had 1 kidney, and it wasn't functioning hardly at all. And they told me pretty much to say goodbye to my baby.
That was 15 years ago. In 2012, she received the gift of a heart. Before that, a kidney. She affectionately calls that kidney
Super Kidney.
Super Kidney's strong. Super Kidney has brought her through a heart transplant. Super Kidney has brought her through being septic and almost dying.
Vivica knows life isn't always fair, and that's why she organized a toy drive. She will give toys to children at the Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital next month.
Is that what helped you when you were in the hospital?
Yeah. And it does at home too.
But to keep swinging, she needs help. Today, she learned Super Kidney is failing. She needs another kidney to save her life.
I want to see her drive her car. I want to see her go to work one day. I want to see her go to college.
Vivica isn't worried. She beat the odds twice and says with prayer, she'll do it again.
Just think positive, pretty much.
Focusing on her toy drive is a distraction. Vivica says she will collect toys until the end of the month, and she will donate those toys on the anniversary of her kidney transplant. We have details on KARE11.com.
Man, oh man, we wish her the best. Thank you, Adrienne.
Thank you, Adrienne. Well, the tide has turned for the Minnesota Lynx, who got a win in the 2nd game of the WNBA Championship Series against the Indiana Fever tonight.
Sports director Eric Perkins joins us with the highlights. Hey, Perk.
Yeah, this game was rough, hard, and physical. In the end, Minnesota fights back a pesky Fever team and come up with a crucial victory here tonight in Game 2. It was big. First quarter, they got down, too. Lynx down 6. Sylvia Fowles working inside, tough layup. She had a game-high 21 points. Second quarter off the inbounds pass, Simone Augustus drains the jumper from the corner, part of a 13-5 run to close out the half. 11 points for Augustus. Lynx turn it on in the third. Steal, bucket, Maya Moore, 19 points. Lynx win it 77-71, evening this best-of-5 series now at 1 game apiece. Games 3 and 4 coming Friday and Sunday in Indianapolis. If it does go to a decisive Game 5, then it'll be back here in Minnesota next Wednesday. We'll hear from the Lynx coming up a bit later in sports.
All right, thanks, Burke. Still ahead at 10, the Aurora Borealis, like you've never seen them before.
Plus, Minnesotans on the move to help South Carolina recover from devastating flooding. Tonight, the new worry for families dealing with stagnant water. Belle?
Well, let's take a look at how nice it's going to be tomorrow. Today we made 69. Tomorrow, sunshine and 65 degrees. And for the next 4 days after that, well, more of the same. In fact, even record heat this weekend. We'll show you some beautiful fall colors from this past weekend, and we'll have your 7-day forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
The little bar in the tiny town in western Wisconsin.
You make this look easy.
Where championships are born.
World champions!
Next, in the land of 10,000 stories.
Minnesota leads the nation in a category you've likely never considered. More of our bars feature the video game Big Buck Hunter than any other state, with Wisconsin right behind. So it's fitting that a bar not far from the border between the two states owns some of the biggest buck hunter bragging rights. Boyd Hooper takes us there in tonight's Land of 10,000 Stories.
That time of year when the beans turn golden. Folks in Pierce County, Wisconsin turn their sights to shooting sports. But at Clyde's Corner in Beldenville, shooting is always in season.
There's another.
There's usually somebody back here playing.
Sarah Erlinson owns Clyde's with her husband Jared.
Mark, what are you having?
Yeah. Nice round.
And since the Big Buck Hunter machine showed up at the bar 6 years ago,
Oh my gosh.
she's also owned
You nailed it.
Oh God, Sarah, you're on that rhythm.
Sarah has wasted more bucks than a Kardashian on Rodeo Drive.
How good is Sarah? The best.
Being best is one thing in a town so small, they don't even bother counting. But the girl whose classmates voted her least likely to leave Beldenville didn't exactly stay put.
We are in the finals.
That's Sarah in Minneapolis at last year's Big Buck Ladies World Championship. She did pretty well.
Make some noise for our world champion, Sarah Erlinson.
The crowd goes wild.
But then Kathy Gooding's Big Buck Hunter daughter
First place again.
has become accustomed to bringing home the dough.
Very competitive person.
Sarah has won the World Championship 3 of the past 4 years, her earnings approaching $25,000, not counting the bar bets she's won from the camo-wearing men who just can't
They'll never stop.
help themselves.
Crushes them every
They
time.
absolutely get destroyed. And then they have to throw another $20.
Oh, yeah, they got to play
Okay,
twice every time they do
next
that.
time. Like, this is
First
it.
time was a fluke.
First time's a fluke.
And wounded egos get no solace from this. Sarah has never hunted real deer.
You nailed it.
She was always too busy
This is her.
dancing.
Oh yeah, she's got a trophy in here bigger than she is. Oh my God, Mom. And I knew she wouldn't be on Broadway, but I think she could have. Really? Really?
Her mother's expectations,
That's a keeper.
and her dancers' dedication are kicking in again with this year's championship in Chicago, less than 3 weeks away.
That's a triple.
10, 12, 13, 14 hours.
Train the trigger finger.
Practice, practice, practice.
If I put time and energy to anything, I'm not gonna lose.
That time of year when the sun sets sooner is Sarah Erlinson's time to shine.
That's all of them.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, Beldenville, Wisconsin.
We got some good ones today.
Since Big Buck Hunter was introduced in 2000, nearly 45,000 machines have been sold. Minnesota and Wisconsin are hotbeds, but the game's next biggest market might surprise you. It's New York City, where Big Buck Hunter was caught on with the hipster crowd. That's what I said. Sarah Erlinson defends her title a week from Friday And we'll let you know how she does.
So hard to pick a favorite part of the story, but I do love when that guy, like, I'll put down another 20.
Well,
they just can't believe this cute blonde keeps beating him at this game. That's fabulous. And voted least likely to leave Beldenville. With a fun mom like that, why would you?
That's
I agree. It's a good
stick
place.
around and
Nothing
keep
wrong with
taking
that.
money from all the locals.
You go. We can't wait to see how she does. Hey, I've got some beautiful pictures. I threw a picture of a tree that I have in my backyard from last fall, and I said, hey, show me your fall colors. And so, of course, people responded, which I so appreciate. We've got the Temperance River. We've got gorgeous sumac. And then as we go down here, you got to check this out. Look at these cuties. Jackie sent that in. We've got Elm Creek Park. We've got Alexandria. I got to just keep going for a sec here because look at this one. Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
Isn't that a neat one? I've actually got 42 photos on this little dialogue here on my Facebook page, and I would love for you,
Love that.
isn't that pretty,
Maples are
to
fabulous.
keep posting, and we'll continue sharing them. Look at this one. Oh, I love that. The Bluff Country from southeastern Minnesota. Well, we can keep doing that, but we got to talk about the weather. And you know what? When it comes to fall color, we updated our maps, and the DNR and the state of Wisconsin go ahead and put this great information out. So we take a look at the maps real quick, and it's going to be spectacular weather to check it out. We have many areas that are peaking across the state. Everything that's orange is anywhere between 50 to 75%. Then you can see the red there is 75 to peak, and all of it is trickling to the south. Wisconsin, same scenario. Beautiful color trickling to the south. Everything about 7 to 10 days behind, but the colors are really starting to come on across the region. So good news there. Here are your weather headlines. We're going to get some clouds in here tomorrow night and some rain tomorrow night late through early Thursday morning. And then it's out of here just in time for the weekend. And we could have some record-breaking temperatures on Sunday. Not the metro, but we will be close. We're forecasting 77 degrees this Sunday. This second Sunday of October, but very warm nonetheless. Lots of sunshine across the state today and across Wisconsin as well. Good news, the rains have ended in the Carolinas, those storms moving on by. This is the storm that will be affecting us tomorrow night. The clouds will thicken up late in the day, but we expect the day to be absolutely beautiful. We'll top out at 65, just a couple degrees warmer than average. Here's your computer cast. Tomorrow, the clouds thicken up. Here's 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It's raining across northern Minnesota. And then as we move into the morning hours, here's 5 a.m. Thursday morning. It's raining here for the early commute, but then it moves on by, and there could be a couple of spotty redeveloping showers on Thursday afternoon, but then that is about it. Things clear out. Just in time for a very nice weekend. Lots of sunshine. Our 6th in a row with sunshine. 47 for the low tonight, 65 for the high tomorrow. The average 62. Your sunrise 7:19. And your 7-day forecast looks like this. 65 tomorrow, sunshine in the afternoon, clouds roll in the afternoon, or in the evening, I should say. Rain tomorrow night through early Thursday morning, then mainly cloudy on Thursday, but still 66, not bad at all. We're right back to sunshine and high pressure on Friday, and then we move into the weekend, 72, 77. The record for Sunday, 84, set back in 1930. So we'll be a few degrees shy of it, but regardless, it's looking good. Our 6th sunny weekend in a row, and I was looking to see how much moisture we are behind, and only 10% of the state is abnormally dry. So even though it has been very nice, we're still doing okay when it comes to moisture, so that is good news.
Fabulous.
Great.
Thank you, Belle.
All right.
Well, crews in flood-battered South Carolina plan to work nonstop to fix a breach in a canal which is threatening Columbia's water supply. If the water gets below an intake valve, there will be less than a day's supply for 375,000 people. There have been at least 15 weather-related deaths in that state because of this flooding. 3 Minnesotans are now in South Carolina tonight working with the Red Cross on relief efforts. Coming up in sports, the Vikings pull off a trade with the 49ers.
And post-game reaction from the Lynx win in tonight's critical Game 2 of the WNBA Finals. Sports is next.
KARE 11 Sports from the Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine Sports Desk.
Series salvaged. The Lynx could ill afford going down 0-2 in this best-of-5 championship series with Indiana, so they went out and got it tonight at Target Center. Wolves stars Ricky Rubio and Karl Anthony Towns taking in the game. First quarter, Lynx fever up 8. Hannah Cruz inside of Sylvia Fowles. She steps up big tonight. Second quarter, Lynx down 1. Fowles gets the offensive board off the miss. She knocks down the jumper. 21 points for Fowles. Third quarter, Lynx come out on fire. Maya Moore gets the steal. Finds a wide open Simone Augustus for the layup. Lynx lead after the 17-5 run. Something tells me Cheryl Reeves' halftime speech was fiery. Moore seals it with a jumper, 19 points in all. Lynx win it 77-71, evening the series, one apiece.
I appreciated our resilience. Still some things that we can do better, no doubt, especially in crunch time.
Simone Augustus, Anna Cruz, and Renee Montgomery made a good run towards the end when we wasn't scoring. They was able to get deflections, get hands on the ball, and even though we wasn't scoring, we was also getting stops on the other end.
Game 3 Friday. Trading away a guy they had at starting middle linebacker earlier this season, the Vikings making moves, dealing Gerald Hodges to the 49ers in exchange for a 6th-round draft pick and a guy named Nick Easton, a rookie center out of Harvard. Matt Burke 2.0, anyone? Let's face it, Hodges became expendable this season with the insurgence of rookie linebacker Eric Kendricks. The former UCLA Bruin has been versatile, effective, and has big play capability. 4th on the team right now in tackles, some pretty encouraging upside too. Vikings, of course, on a bye week this week. They do so with that 2-2 record, ho-hum. But hey, there have been a lot worse starts in Vikings history. Getting into practice at Winter Park today, even though it's a bye week, the quarterback knows this team is better than that 500 mark.
It's not a bad position, to be 500, but, around here we have, one thing in mind, and that's to win football games. So, we would love to be 3-1 or 4-0 right now, but, we're just going to learn from these first 4 games and, continue to build off of them.
Well, think of all those times the New York Yankees have maddened us. The Astros defeat them in the AL wildcard game. Astros now moving on to face Kansas City in the ALDS. For the Twins, of course, it's the offseason, and that means a chance to rehab and heal up the wear and tear of the 162-game schedule. General Manager Terry Ryan today saying that All-Star second baseman Brian Dozier is having an MRI done on his hip. Stand down, hints Ryan. It's a cleanup job and just precautionary. That's okay. Just don't let anything happen to that dude. That's sports. KARE 11 News back after this.
Take it away, Julie.
Well, many Minnesotans have been lucky enough to see the northern lights, but a photographer in Norway released video that took the lights to a whole new level. Take a close look at the surface of the water.
Oh,
See
it's whales.
that? Those are whales swimming under that spectacular view. Large gatherings of whales like this are common in the waters there, and this is the prime time to see the northern lights in Norway. Oh,
that's spectacular.
Yeah, let's just go out over that video. That is beautiful. I'm so jealous. How amazing would that be? You're like, oh, look at the northern lights. Oh,
look at the whale.
Thanks
What
for
a
watching,
great shot.
everybody.
See you tomorrow.